Hello, I'm Alan, and today I am processing squash. So this is a squash. The variety is Giraumon de Martinique, and we're going to get some seeds out of it. So our first step to get the seeds out of here is to break it open, and we have a handy dandy tool here. I call it the crusher, I guess, but we're just going to use this to crack these in half, so it'll be easier to get the seeds out. We've got all these squash cracked open, and we'll take it down to the barn to get the seeds out. Now that we're down in the barn, ready to get seeds out, the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of squeeze the seeds out of this cavity into a bucket to get ready to rinse them. Kind of like cucumber seeds. You just start pressing in here, and the seeds just appear, which I really love. There are more efficient ways to do this for sure. Like, you can scrape out a bunch of the pulp in here. You'll have more pulp in your container, which you'll have to rinse out and decant, or just like after the seeds dry, you'll be able to dry winnow them out. For this small batch, this is the most enjoyable way for me to do it. We've got all the seed out of our beautiful squashes. In this bucket, I'm going to fill it up with water, and that'll help get the stringy bits and other bits of pulp off of the seed. And then we're going to start pouring that into a little strainer here to rinse off any sugars or whatever else might be on the seed. We're also trying to get as much pulp off as possible. After that, we're gonna set them out to dry on screens, and the pulp that we didn't get to can be winnowed off and kind of crack off very easily once it's all dry. Here, massaging the seed, kind of break up the pulp bits if there's any seed hiding in there. Unlike tomato seeds, cucumber seeds, or eggplant seeds, all the seeds float. So we don't get to use water to help us figure out which seeds are keepers or not. So we'll have to wait until we winnow the seeds with air. After rinsing the seed, I set them out on a screen and kind of spread them out so that they would dry more easily. Once again, we want them to dry as quickly as possible for storage reasons, just for viability reasons. Moisture on the outside of a seed is not a good thing if you're trying to store it. So I set it on the screens. I put another screen on top just to help keep critters out. Now they're sitting under those fans, and I'll check on them tomorrow morning to see if they're dry. This was a batch that we processed last week and has been continued to dry down in this bag. It's always hard to tell by looking at them if they're viable or not, and so wind and air will kind of help blow off some of the seed that might be empty. If you feel some of these, they feel light and they feel maybe not as plump as a nice happy seed, and so we're going to have to come through and winnow these with air to get all the ones that aren't ready out of the bag.